Fiery debate over gender-neutral bathrooms tonight. Millions of dollars on the line in Edwardsville as the school board votes to pass the proposal for Edwardsville High.
Gotta improve education, don't we? Welcome back to the JP React channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friend, where we like to call it the lies, hypocrisy, and corruption of tyrants, and Satan shine the light of awareness on woke absurdities and highlight the amazing work of other freedom fighters, including Libs of TikTok, where I saw this story. We're sending money to Ukraine. We gotta fund Ukraine, and now we gotta fund the war on gendered bathrooms, right? We gotta do that, you know? So the idea that we need gender neutral bathrooms is sort of like an imagination land. We need $6.8 million to fund gender neutral bathrooms because there's such thing as gender neutral people. Is there really? Not really. That's like saying, hey, my imaginary friend needs a house. So we're going to use your tax dollars to build an imaginary house for my imaginary friend. And even better, we could build them a real house, but it's going to be for my imaginary friend. We're treating imaginations as though they're reality. Do you see a problem here? So this high school in Illinois is passed a bill or whatever the heck they call it. They've decided they're going to spend $6.8 million to build new bathrooms. Gender neutral bathrooms, that is, where boys and girls can tinkle together. Do you see a problem? Do you see that we're not protecting kids? If I had a girl, I would want to protect her from that situation. Honestly, I'd want to protect my boy from that situation. He might like it, but I wouldn't like him liking it. Like, that's a vulnerable situation for hormonally fueled teenagers. Inappropriate things could very easily happen, and predatory things could very easily happen. I remember high school, there were a lot of perverts there. I know, I was one of them. Not really, a little bit though. So before we see the video where we'll see some pissed off taxpaying citizens at the school board meeting, and then we'll see some happy trans students that haven't paid any tax dollars, really exciting to spend someone else's $6.8 million so they can have bathrooms where they can watch the opposite sex go potty and they can be watched, and then they can declare, I am now also the opposite sex of myself, therefore I will watch myself go tinkle. Or number 2, depending on how frisky I feel. Here's what the post says. Breaking! ECU School District 7. It's a high school in Illinois. What a crappy username. This is how degenerate this high school is. That is the worst branding ever, to choose a social media handle like ECUS District 7. All right. How many followers do they have? Yeah, 479 followers. Yeah, that's the kind of following you get with crappy branding like that. ECUS District 7 School Board just voted to approve a $6.8 million project to build gender-neutral bathrooms for Edwardsville High School. Sounds like I should go back to high school. I could barely read that. But the plot thickens. Is there corruption beyond the woke degenerate virus that's putting our children at risk? Yes, there is. Now boys and girls will be able to hang out inside the bathroom area. What could possibly go wrong? I can't think of anything other than 1 or 200 things. One of the board members' companies was allowed to make a bid on the proposal. So a guy, I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, but I'm going to be sexist and say it's probably a guy. A guy on the school board who's allowed to vote yes, we should spend $6.8 million of taxpayer money. Not my money that I'm spending, but $6.8 million taxpayer money. Of course we need these gender neutral bathrooms, and they're apparently going to be elaborate. How do you spend $6.8 million on mother effing bathrooms? I don't know, but I'm going to vote for that. Why? Because my company's going to be the one that bids on it to receive that $6.8 million. The bathroom industrial complex, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is the gender neutral bathroom industrial complex at work. I want to see Alex Jones do an episode of the gender neutral bathroom industrial complex. It's all about the money. It at least was for this board member. I bet the rest of the board members are like, dude, this is super stupid, but we're going to get a lot of blowback and I'm a coward, so I'm not going to vote no where boys and girls can pee and poop together. I'm going to vote yes, because I don't want anybody to be mad. Post concludes, not only will this endanger students, but it also reeks of corruption. Bull fact check true. This is what your tax dollars are funding. Yes! I would rather just send money to Ukraine. At least we're not putting kids at risk of predatory nature. They're just bombing the crap out of kids, which is also very unfortunate, ending their lives. Yeah, I don't support funding Ukraine anymore either. Maybe we should use our tax dollars for constructive things. What if this high school spent $6.8 million to train their teachers to be better, or have better supplies in classrooms, or like something to embed actual knowledge into their heads without the brainwashing or propaganda? What if $6.8 million spent in the school systems went to a better education? We're going to put it in bathrooms, but get this, we're going to have great toilet paper. You got to sit on these toilet seats. You're going to feel every penny of that $6.8 million for the 4 years you're in this high school. But because we're not spending money on education, you're probably going to be in this high school longer than 4 years. So get your money's worth.
Fox News' Max Deetnight was at the meeting, which just wrapped up at Liberty Middle School.
By the way, why do newscasters talk in that artificial fake tone? This is what I mock when I do newscaster videos, but she's just like being sincere about it.
Bill High. Fox News' Max Deetnight was at the meeting, which just wrapped up at Liberty Middle School.
Well, it just wrapped up. All right. I am not a human. I am a useful idiot. Why am I taking it out on this lady? I am angry at the gender-neutral bathroom industrial complex.
A passionate
By the way, like already, like lady with purple hair, like this guy's fixing his mask on, she's got a mask on. What do you think these people support? You're wearing your beliefs out loud, not even trying to.
debate over millions of dollars going toward building new gender-neutral bathrooms at Edwardsville High School. Some parents and others upset over this idea.
Who watches the watchers? But using...
That's a good question. Who watches the watchers? So in the story, you'll see what they propose is we're going to have like a watcher in the bathrooms. All right, that sounds creepy. I get you're trying to do that because there's objections, because like boys and girls peeing and pooping together. We're going to have watchers in the bathrooms. Who's applying for the job to be the guy in the bathroom watching kids urinate? So who's watching the watchers? That is a good question.
Our tax money that I earned to do something I oppose, is just so wrong. Shouldn't even be a consideration. It's wasting the public's time.
Amen. It shouldn't even be a consideration. It is ridiculous that this is even a consideration. Like gender neutral bathrooms, guess what? You pee out of your sex organs. There's not neutral sex organs. Like you got a pee-pee or you got a, whatever the girl's version is called. They haven't told me yet. I haven't watched What is a Woman. We're still trying to figure it out here, people. Shouldn't even be a consideration. We are building a home for an imaginary thing. Shouldn't even be a consideration.
Thank you.
But others, including a current transgender student, argue the opposition is fear-mongering and that these bathrooms are safe.
This is why I support gays against groomers. They're like, all this grooming stuff, like, you gotta, like, you really put kids at risk, it's support. No.
From my experience as a transgender man,
Not a man.
rarely have ever felt safe in a public restroom.
This is an excellent opportunity to validate them as they are.
Like, let's not validate everyone as they are. If someone is a predator, I'm not looking to validate that identity. I am looking to protect against it. I want that identity changed. And it's not everybody's job to validate other people's sense of self-identity. Period. That's your job. That's an inside job. Let alone, like, dude, the only way I can have who I think I am validated if you build special restrooms for me. By the way, if your identity is validated by a restroom, your sense of identity is shit. Like, you literally shit in a restroom. So if that validates your identity, you need to really rethink who you are, because who you think you are is not who you are. God doesn't make shit. You're better than that, people.
Education, a safe space for them. I commend the board on moving.
We got to make education a safe space for them. So we need to make a safe space for potential predators that make an unsafe space for everybody else. That's not a safe space just because you said it. Grow an actual beard, buddy. I should probably take that advice too.
Forward with this, I encourage you to do so, and I thank you for your time.
Take a look.
He was the guy in the audience wearing a mask, but through the magic of science, he didn't need the mask while he was at the podium. Weird how science works.
At your screen, these are renderings of the common area bathrooms boys and girls would share at Edwardsville High, featuring private, fully enclosed stalls for each student.
Okay, let's review that. There's a common area. Cool. Nope. Nobody is like naked in front of each other. In theory, we have completely enclosed stalls. Well, let's just think 2 layers deep here, people. Boys and girls going into the bathroom together. Now they have a private room together, completely enclosed. You can't tell if there's more than one person in there. They both went into the bathroom together, presumably in different stalls, but maybe they had a different agenda. Well, we never thought of that until it became a massive problem. Why is teen pregnancy at our school running at 76%?
There's a light above each room indicating whether the stall is locked and already in use. District officials say the hand washing stations would be in the center for everyone to use, visible from the lobby and supervised during the busiest parts of the day.
That's the fun part, supervised. Who's watching the watchers? Who's watching the watchers watch kids go potty?
Still, some parents fear having teenage boys and girls in the same space like this is a bad idea.
Having them both in the space of a classroom, good idea. Having them both in the space of a bathroom, bad idea. Having them both in the same space of the same sports team in the girls division, got another bad idea here, folks. Having them in the same space of going to a dance together, good idea. Does that make sense?
Monday night, the board voted to pass the $6.8 million proposal, meaning these new gender-neutral bathrooms are coming to Edwardsville High. But the controversy and debate didn't end there Monday night. The board voted to send part of the project back out to bid because one of the board members' companies was allowed to make a bid on the initial proposal. That still needs to be wrapped up. But again, the board did vote overall to pass these gender-neutral bathrooms, which will be coming to Edwardsville High. Reporting in Edwardsville, Max Deeknight, Fox 2 News.
If I was a guy at that high school, there is no way I would go into the gender-neutral bathrooms. You're just setting yourself up. One, there's potential temptation, even if everything's consensual and that kind of thing. But you're also setting yourself up for, this is a good spot to accuse people. Like if you're psychotic and want to accuse someone, you play the victim card. A lot of people are doing that. You get your virtuous social credit score up. You're empowered when you play the disempowering role of being a victim. Rethink that. That could happen as well, along with straight up direct violations, be they visual or physical. People need to say what they think with their actions, with their words. Is this okay with you? So be it. If it's not okay with you when you see things like this, if this was your school, we absolutely need to say what we think. And when we're not heard, we need to get louder and louder and pressure school boards and the like to hear us. Because remember, we don't work for them. They work for us. Thank you for watching this video. I'll look forward to seeing you on our next one. But first, here's a special message not brought to you by the Gender Neutral Bathroom Industrial Complex. Hi. I don't know about you, but I've been having trouble sleeping. It takes me forever to fall asleep, then I'll wake up frequently at night, and in the morning I always have really low energy. It sucks. And maybe like you, I have tried everything under the sun to try to get better sleep. I stayed up late watching TV, I scroll Instagram right before bed, I check my texts, my emails while I'm in bed, I turn on all the indoor lighting at night, I drink coffee, I've gotten into late night political arguments with who are now former friends. I've even tried holding weighted elephants and none of it worked. Some of that even made my sleep problems worse. But then I started taking Awaken CBD sleep gummies. Now at first, I thought they would make my sleep problems worse because they have the word awaken in them. But I started taking them thinking they might help my erectile dysfunction, and they didn't. But they did help me fall asleep faster, sleep deeper, and wake up in the morning with more energy. I was actually shocked at the profound effects my sleep had because quite honestly at Awaken CBD, we don't really know what we're doing, but we accidentally hit a home run on this one. Do not take sleep gummies if you're driving a car, flying an airplane, wingsuit jumping, bullfighting, performing open heart surgery, doing a home invasion, meeting a Tinder date, or performing advanced level mathematics. Upgrade your sleep, one of nature's most profound medicines, with Awaken CBD sleep gummies. Just go to awakencbd.com and grab yours today.